All right, we are live at the Twinkle Tunes laboratory. Today we're going to be building a Megatree box. I'm going to build it all the way from scratch. So let's go ahead and get started here. First, we're going to start with our Apache box here. I've got some templates already made for the box. Now I want the box to open up like it's a book, so it sits here, box opens up from left to right. So that's how we're going to drill this template. When we go ahead and put this template on here. Go ahead and use a punch. Now, I 3D printed this template because I was making several of these boxes. I think it's going to be those two outside holes, I think. But we're going to find out. So, got all my holes punched or ready to be drilled. So, according to the template, these all need to be a 1/2 inch. So, I'm going to do a 1/2 inch step bit on all these. See my step bit that goes to a 1/2 inch. It's going to be that one right there. Grab my drill and let's start making some holes. All right, so holes, get our foam out of here. Probably should have taken that out in the first place. Get everything cleaned out. My little broom at. Thought I had a little brush. I've got one. I seem to have lost it. Oh, here it is. All right, so we've got our 1/2 inch holes drilled. Those are going to be where our line outs are coming. This is going to be all of our signals, and this is going to be our power injection. So there's ports 1 through 8, and then power injection 1 through 4. One can do 4 power injections. Seems pretty. Don't need all 8 all the time. All right, the next hole we're going to do a 3/16. Actually, let's go up here and do this big 1 incher up here. Grab another step bit. This is going to be our 1 inch here. This is going to be where the Ethernet comes in, I think. Yeah. And then we need a 5/8 inch on the bottom right there. So according to here, I've got it marked. Let's mark it again just so we can see it. Five-eighths, we're going to this line right here. I don't want to go any further than that one. The 5/8, this is where our PG9 will come in. It's a little bit thicker of a cable, so that's where we're going to put our PG9. That's it. Didn't want to ram that one all the way home. Okay, next we're going to do 3/16. So let's get our drill bits out. Find our 3/16 drill bit. This guy right here. And then we got the big one in the middle. That's going to be 1 3/8. So I bought a step bit just for that. Nice big step bit. This one is all the way through is 1 3/8. So world's largest step bit. Be for our fan shroud. The dollar says that's not correct, but I'll show you how to adapt and overcome. All right, let's clear off our workspace again here. Put our drill away. We're done with our drill. Well, we're not done with our drill yet. We still got to drill some holes at the bottom to put our bolts through. So let's do that right now. I think those are going to be 1/4 inch. Because the size. Yeah, we're going to go with 1/4 inch. And this will be the last of the drilling. I shouldn't have to drill anymore after this. So we're going to go right dead nut center of those feet skis right there. All right. Okay. Now we got holes in all of our box here. Oh, we got to drill one more. I know the first thing you do is said, hey, we're all done. No, just kidding. We're not done yet. Forgot up in the top here, going to put ourselves a voltage meter up there. So what I got to do is I got to figure out, I can't remember the size that was. So we're going to get out the old calipers. Let's see what size that was. It is going to be 28 millimeters. So let's find a drill bit. It goes 28 millimeters. That's 32. That's 30. When there's 27 and some change, there's 28. So it's going to be 1 1/8 inches. 1 1/8 inches is what we want. And let's find the center of that one. And we're going to punch that one too. So it's going to be 1 1/8 inches. Grab ourselves a handy dandy pencil. And here's how we're going to find the center of that one. Because I want it right in that corner. So let's go here. And let's go here. Grab our punch. Should be good there. Let's mark our 1 1/8 inches so we don't go below that. Inch and 1/8 is right here. Right there. Let's go 1 1/8 inches here. Okay. Let's go ahead and put another hole in the box. All right, that's our 1 1/8 inches. Let's come at it from the other direction too. Keep it nice and clean. Okay, perfect. Now we are done drilling. So once again, let's get everything cleaned out. Keep our tools put away. All right. It's great. Let me move the camera up just a little bit more. All right. Well, next thing, I'm going to put some bolts in the back here. These are going to be our offsets for our these are going to be the offsets for our power supply. So we're going to get our bolts out for that. Oh, I lied. Got to do a little bit more drilling. That's okay. That's okay. I'll tell you. First, let's do this. Let's put some PG7s in. I'm kind of all over the place here. Nope, we're going to do the bolts first. Now we're going to do 1, 2, 3. 3 talls and a short. I'll explain why we do the short here in a second, but the 3 talls are what we're going to want The short, I've always run into this issue where I go to get the Cat 5 plugged in on the other side there, and it doesn't fit. It doesn't go all the way in. So our short is going to be on this one here. Put a rubber washer on there. I don't know if it really helps. It's not going to get any rain in there. I've had these out in the weather for quite some time, and I haven't had any water get into any of my boxes. Of course, they're not going underwater. They're just weather resistant. Some people might say, well, they're not weatherproof. Well, no, nothing's weatherproof because I'm going to put a fan in here and just put a bunch of holes in here. So no, it's not going to be weatherproof or waterproof. I mean, it'll be weather resistant. I don't know. Listen, it sits out in the open, sits out in the snow, in the rain, it stays dry. That's the goal. Oh, guess what we forgot? We forgot one more hole right at the top for our inlet of our fan. So after I get these kind of set, we're gonna put those in real quick. Okay, now I've set this here. Let's get rid of our fan. So fan's gonna sit like this. Let's sit right down there. So let's get a couple of punches in here. One there, one there. And then that center, we don't gotta really be perfect about that. Somewhere in there. And then our measurement here can be what? Let's just make it 20, 27 it looks like. Hold our little fan ski up there. Let's do the same size hole as we did for the other one. Do the same size hole where we did there. That's just so we can get the nice cool air in. Keep it circulating. Look at that, we made a mess again, so let's go ahead and sweep off our area again. One more time here. All right, back in business. All right, so now that we got those, now tighten those down because they're going to go in between those little feed skis there. And again, we're not making it waterproof, making it weather resistant. All right, so that's what it looks like in the back. It's gonna be nice and great. Okay, holes for our shroud, holes for our. Let's put some stuff together. We're gonna use a Meanwell. Oh, I gotta drill one more hole. It's all right. We're using Meanwell LRS350. It's gonna be 5 volt. Yes, I'm making a 5 volt Megatree. Everyone's like, why aren't you making 12 volt? Well, because I don't own any 12 volt. I only own 5 volt. 5 volts the best. Okay, when you get these mean wells, the first thing you need to do, see this just says AC input voltage. Come on the side here, and normally they're selected to the 220 on here. Okay, we want to make sure we flip that over to the 115. Okay, so once we've got it flipped over to the 115, that's the power that we use. That's the first and foremost. As soon as you take it out, let's flip that over so you don't forget after you install everything, and then you let the smoke out. And letting the smoke out's no good. Okay, these are 2 L brackets that I have. That's what's going to mount as this thing hangs in the box. Okay, so those 2 are going to mount right there. I'm going to take a drill. Here we go again with the drill. Freaking drill time. And we're going to go with I think we're going to go with an 1/8 inch. Maybe that might be good. 1/8 inch might be a little small. That's going to be too small. Let's go a little bit bigger. We're going to do a 3/16. Yeah, I'll do 3/16. Okay. So we are going to mount these L brackets to our power supply here. Okay. So that's where we want the L brackets to go. It's right on the edge there. So let's get our handy dandy Sharpie out. We're going to eyeball this. And it looks like it's about, all right, let's go right there. That's what I would do. It's handy dandy. Let's get the other one up. That looks like about, I don't know, right there. It looks good. Perfect. You know, we've got our holes done on that one. We're going to attach it to here. I'm using some M4 fasteners. Came off of this package. But I'll put them in the Amazon link down below. M4 fasteners. Bought a box of those. They've lasted me a couple of years because we're just not doing a bunch of these. You're only going to build so many boxes, and then you run out of boxes. Oh, but do get yourself the 11-in-1. I'll put that tool. This thing is awesome. You guys want this. Okay. All right, so we got our fasteners here. Let's go here. Put our fasteners with a washer in it. And those M4s screw right into the side of the power supply. Oh, look at this. Look what I have done. I've done screwed this up. Way to go, AA Run. You dummy. I know, it's just kind of cooking. I was just cooking. Got a right side and a left side, and I made them both for the right side. It's all right. It's all right. Get over it. Ain't no one going to look in the box anyway. Well, they might. All right, there you go. Look at a little spaceship. You're all. Just kidding, it's not a spaceship. Could be a spaceship. All right. Okay, got that one. Got that one. We need one more hole. But we're going to drill that after we put the fan in. Okay, so we've got this. All right. This is going to go in the box. Right? We want this to live nice and high in the box. Now you can see, to get it nice and square, I'm going right there with them. Okay? These are a little bit taller than what we think. So, get a nice and tall room at the top there. Let's grab our drill bits. And these are going to be at least a 1/4 inch. Okay. So, you can punch them if you want. Let's punch them, why not? In the middle. Like that. This one right here, right in the middle. That's going to be kind of towards the edge, but that's okay. Right, like that. All right. Put our drill bit in here. One. A 2. There's 2. Put our drill bit away. It's a 1/4 inch. Always put your tools away. Some people put all their tools out and lay them all out, and it just gets into a mess. Keep your area nice and clean. Come on, don't you know who we think we are? All right. Now for the moment of truth. 100%. Does it fit? Of course it fits. Why wouldn't it fit? Okay. Now you got that on. Great grandeur of great delight. Let's put this on. Put this on. Am I aware of any RGBW warm white, preferably bullet pixels or seed pixels? You know what? I don't have any preferences. I try to get all my stuff from the same supplier so that the color temperature is always consistent. I've gotten some bullet pixels from Raywu directly, then I got some from Wired Watts, and then I got some from your pixel store. And they're all from China, but they come off in different color temperatures, and I'm not a fan of that. Let me throw this in the chat real quick. So I would, if I were you, I would just stick with the same manufacturer. The color temperature is the big thing. Like I bought some of those cheap ones. Let me see if I have them laying around here somewhere. I probably got rid of them because I threw them all away because they were trash. Yeah, I got rid of them. You know, the cheap, they're the red, blue, and green wired ones. They're a 5 volts. Man, the blues were not blue and the greens were not green. They were awful looking. They were terrible. There's a reason they were $5. I will never buy $5 lights again. Hey, I was trying to go cheap. I didn't know. But now I've actually gone to all seed pixels. I wouldn't say all seed pixels, but I've gone to a lot of seed pixels. Here we go. We're going to put some PG7 glands in. That's what these guys are, PG7s. And the seed pixels, I have found, are a lot more forgiving, a lot easier, a lot lighter than the bullet pixels, and they're, I mean, way cheaper too. And I find myself being able to make more custom things with the seed pixels than I have been with the bullet pixels. They're a little bit harder to solder. I put these on. I'm taking these rubber washers off. Again, everyone's just like, hey, that's how you keep it watertight from it. Listen, there's so many holes in this box. We're trying to keep the weather out. We're not going in a submarine with these lights. Or something, I don't know. But that's what. But I find myself going more towards the seed pixel route now. So I just like my Megatree that this is going to be built for. Seed pixels. My singers this year for Halloween were all seed pixels. And it was just lighter. It's lighter, it's better. I don't know if it's better. You know, there's people that talk in absolutes in this hobby of ours that this is the way to go. I've learned that there are so many multiple ways to go. It's whatever you feel most comfortable with and what you can build. So to speak in absolutes, I don't know if that's a good idea. Now, there's some absolutes with power. We don't want to jack around with power. Powers is an absolute, but everything else, you know, I think if I were to go back and look at some 5 volts versus 12 volts, I think I would have gone the 12 volt route. But the reason I went with 5 volts is because when I got into this, this was about a year ago, I started looking for lights and nobody had any 12 volts in stock. Because like me, maybe like many of you, we wait to the last minute to buy it all. And then I thought, man, well, all this 5 volt stuff, everyone's got 5 volts still in. I'll just do 5 volts. So I bought 5 volts. And then I think if I were to go back even further in time, I would have gone with X Connect. I don't think I would have gone with Raywus. Do you know why I went with Raywus? Because at the time there was no X Connect in stock. But there sure was a lot of Raywu in stock. And I thought, well, I'm just going to go with Raywu because that's what I want. So I went all in, bought a bunch of Raywu, bought a bunch of 5 volt, and I absolutely love it. If I were to go back and start all over again, and knowing what I know now, I think I would have gone X Connect, but I've also would have purchased everything many, many days in advance and many, many months in advance than trying to do it at the last minute. Just was a bonehead idea there, and it didn't work out well for me. But I love my lights. I love my 5 volts. The power injection that everybody talks about. It's like, you got a power injector every 5 feet because there's so much light. There's not enough light. No, that's not true. That's not true, and that's not for the stuff that I'm doing. The multiple controller boxes that I build, I don't do any of that stuff. So, all right. I've got all my PG7s in. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Down here is going to be a PG9 power cable, a little bit bigger. All right. PG7's in, PG9. Let's get our Cat 5 pass through. Again, I'm going to post all of the stuff and the links of where to buy all of this really cool stuff down below. These have been my favorite. I get these. I get these from AliExpress. It's a little Cat 5 pass-through. And they're freaking great. I love them. And that's the one thing I really would protect from moisture. Well, I protect everything, but definitely want to make sure your Cat 5s and stuff are well protected from the Elements. Let's see if I got one of those special. Yeah, check these out. So I got this for tightening these giant washers, and that works out great. All right. So the way those work, let me see if I can get another pass through. After I screwed this one on. This is going to go on the cable side of it. Cable goes in, terminates your cable on the other side here, and then it screws in to the actual connector and keeps your stuff nice and watertight. That one is the truth. That one will be. Okay, here you go. Nope, I lied. Okay, here we go. I found one here. So this is what we just put in. It comes with 2 of these. So one end is going to be for each one of the Cat 5s. And I have another video where I made a Cat 5 distro. Worked out really, really well. This is where you got your Cat 5 here. So this part is in your box. This part's hanging outside the box. And so when you get your cable plugged in, you plug in your cable, then this goes on the back. Makes a nice little seal. And I mean, now you don't get no better than that. So I like those a lot. And Wired Watts sold some that had a little blue cable hanging off of those. I've got some of those like that. But if you got the patience, you got the time, you order those from AliExpress, you get it for next to nothing. All right, so we got our controller. Now we got to get our fan in. Again, another lovely AliExpress purchase for this fan. If I did the holes right, I think I did the holes right. If I didn't do the holes right, it's all right. All right, these are going to be, don't tell me I can't find them. They were M3s, but they're super long. Here we go. I lied. 632s. 632s, and they're about a mile and a half long. Because you got to get through the box. You got to get through the fan. And first thing to do is chop this end off. We don't need that. Bleep bloop. Thanks for playing. Okay. So we're going to have exhaust going up like this. So here's our fan, our intake. We come in right through there. So take our 632. That goes through. That goes through. Another 632. That one goes through. That one goes through. I told you they're about a mile long. I tried to find exact size ones, but anytime you go to a hardware store, you need a custom size. It's going to cost you a bunch of money. And you know me, I'm cheaper than cheap. All right. Oh, what's that? Oh, the 11 one. That's right. Fits those. 632. Pretty cool. All right. Let's see how close the fan ended up. Oh, it's not bad. It's a little off. It'll still fan. Fan.exe will still fan. I think I should have moved that other one up. That's all right. Still going to go. So that template, I'll post that template, but you guys need to know that that template's a little off. Just like me. Okay. Got our PG7s, got our PG9, got our cables, got our glands, got all this, got a little bit of that. All right, now, I know, here's the thing. I've already made the board, and I put the board on, and everyone's going to go, well, we wanted to see you build this. Man, this takes a while, and ain't nobody want to watch me build this. So this is the Bong69. This is version 4. It's WLED based. It's got 8 ports out. It does everything from 12 volt to 48 volt. Hey, I just realized This one does 12 volt. Can't use this one. Does 12 volt and up. Doesn't do 5 volt. Wow, I got myself into a pickle. Well, now you guys get to watch me build this. So we're going to take this one off. We're going to put a 5 volt one on. No, that was my bad. I'm going to have that actually control my Govies one day. That video is coming up soon. All right, let's take this one off. That sucked. All right, I'm going to take this one off. I'm going to put another one on. That was my bad. I forgot that the version 4 was 12 volt up to 48 volt, which is really cool. Like I said, I've got Govies around my house, and I've got just like a little ESP32 that controls those. And it was one of my very first projects that I built with the ESP32. Pretty neat. I liked it, but we're always looking to upgrade to the bigger and better, and this controller is unbelievable. So my next build, my next video, I'm going to do the version 4 controller with 32 volts, 36 volts coming in. It's going to control it. Let's find a Bong69 5 volt controller. Let's see if I got one up here. Oh man, I got controllers falling from the sky. Let's do that one. That one looks good. I'll buy that one for $1.06. All right, put that back in there. Put that back in there. Put this back up there. All right. Here we go. This is version 2. Version 2 of the Bong69 controller. Same thing, got 8 LEDs or 8 ports out. It's got terminal block in, so we're gonna have to chop these little fillers off. Man, I just put those on too. I'm trying to make it all nice and neat. But that's okay. I digress. This is how we adapt and overcome. All right, chop those off. And let's go ahead and strip those back with my Klein Catapult strippers. That's what these are. These are great. There's one. Let's go a little bit more. And one. And there is. Watch this be short now. I can't get it to connect into it. That would be funny. All right, got that. How are we looking so far? Great. If you've seen any of my other videos, big fan of Ferrules. Put some Ferrules on it. People are like, you should use fork connectors. I have fork connectors. Right? I got fork connectors. But I don't want to. No, the fork connectors aren't going to seat into this style. So we're going to use Ferrules. Little happy Ferrules. Okay. Got my new connectors on, got my new ferrules on. Getting ready to... Hey man, if you guys have any comments, I know there's only 5 of us watching live here, but if you guys have any comments, throw them down below. I love answering questions. And sometimes I don't have the answers. I don't know, just doing my best. All right, here we go. Let's put this over here. Got a setback. Just a minor setback, though. About to have a major setback when I figure out that positive ain't going to make it all the way down there. All right, our last one here. Up here in the top, I've also got the Bong69 power injection board. It's got the resettable fuses on it. It's pretty awesome. I like that one. All right, gonna need a little bit more gas out of this one here. Just a little bit. Just a wee bit. Good luck getting it to connect down below. All right, so let's look at our connections here. Positives on the near side. So let's grab out another handy dandy tool. Let's do that one up there. Bleep, bloop, bleep, bloop. No. Come on. Oh, yeah, it's going to fit. All right. Got my positive. Got my negative in. Stress that a little bit more, make that look pretty. Just a little bit. All right, so positive, negative. And I've also got my ammeter that's in there. It's pretty cool. There's another video I'll show you how to do that one. Got my ammeter in. All right, now let's put that. Let's put it in the box. See what happens here. All right, there's more in the box here. Got this up. Let's go ahead and put in our voltage meter as well. Bleep, bloop. Oh my gosh, if it's perfect. I know even sometimes that's great. Is that straight? Is it perfect? It is not. Let's turn it just a little bit. Daggum! I hurt my fingers. Ouch. Okay. Now it's good. All right. All right, so let's get a couple ferrules on this one too, little tiny ones. Bloop. Oh, hey, it's too small. Try that one. Oh, that's just right. Oh, no. All right. Fell out. Hey, when you're stripping wires, try not to let them fall into your power supply. Not a fan of that. All right, got our tiny little cables here. Open this up. Put some ferrules in here. No way that's going to crimp on there. Let's fold them over a couple times. All right. Oh, that's going to work out perfect. It's good there. And it's good there. Okay, great. Next thing, I think it's go time. We're going to start wiring some stuff up. All right, got that. I got that. Okay. Let's grab our little Edison plug here, a little extension cord. And I'm going to go ahead and feed all this through here. I might end up just cutting that off and redoing it because it's going to be a pain in the butt to get through that PG9 gland. But that's okay. Again, we adapt and we overcome. Okay, pushed it through. And then let's get, not that one, let's get this one out. All right, so bad this is going to be. Ah, this sucks. All right, cutting this off. Cutting this off, putting ferrules on it. Don't care. Feeling cute. All right, look at that, much easier. See, much easier. A lot less yelling. Everybody calm. All right, get rid of those. Let's go back into no questions, huh? Oh. Oh, now we only got 2 people watching. It's all right. I had 4. I just lost half my viewership. Probably had to go to work. Or maybe you're going to get parts to build your own. I'm going to go with you're going to go get parts to build your own. One. So this is where people are like, you should use the fork connectors on here because the fork connectors will land in those terminals a little bit better. I don't see a difference, and I've gone on the interwebs and on the Reddit, and if it's on Reddit, it's got to be true. And there's people that say yes, you have to. There's people that said no, it doesn't matter. There's people that don't care. So I'm going with using Ferrules. Okay, lettuce and tomatoes now connected here. So I've got my coming in from your house. Okay, this is your home power. You got your line, your neutral, and your ground. Your line is going to be black. As I okay, your neutral is white. And your ground is going to be green. Okay, those are all terminated. Now, before we go any further, we want to meter this thing. We want to make sure it's actually putting out 5 volts. We want to make sure that it's actually doing what it said it's going to do. Give it just a little bit more love in here. Okay. Okay, let's hopefully not let out the blue smoke on camera. That would be ridiculously funny. All right, got a little green light. Let's pull out our voltmeter. And we're going to go to AC. It's alternating current. Because we're going to be... Oh, no, we want to check out the DC side. So we're going to DC. And let's look at... Here's our voltage positive, voltage negative. We are at 5.8 volts. Output, let's check all 3 legs. I know they're all tied together. 5.8, 5.8, 5.8, 5.8. All right, we are cooking with gas. So we got 5 volts coming out of our 5-volt holes. That's what we need. So we've tested it. Let us continue. I'm going to unplug where we're working on it. Ain't nothing like getting a little talking to from this thing. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing wired up. So these are going to be my hots coming in. I should redo that so they're all the same length. I hate it when stuff isn't the same length. I don't know. Should I redo it? Oh, here we go. I'm super noob at the Pixel game. I was wondering what you need to set up the Bong69 to run a Megatree after watching videos on that unit. Appreciate the mind reading. There you go. Yeah, man. So the Bong, it's super easy to set up. I think where people get into the weeds of the Bong69, they get into the WLED weeds, and that's where people are going, man, this controller's tough to use, or I don't know, it's the WLED software. Sometimes that's a little difficult to figure out. Sometimes the verbiage and crap like that is a little different than just connecting, like a Falcon player. But in the off season, I use WLED to control my lights all year long. So right now, well, it's morning time. Lights are on. The WLED does all of my Govee lights, and I just ditched the app. But it took a little bit of a learning curve to figure out the WLED of how to get the different GPIOs set up and how to get that set up. And so it's not hard once when you have it all figured out. Now, trying to get WLED and xLights to go back and forth, man, I know I always say, wait till this next video, wait till this next video. xLights does all the counting for you, and then all you got to do is just type in the information into WLED when you open up the app. It's way easy. Like this year for my Christmas, man, it went by so quick to get everything programmed and get WLED programmed in there that I thought my first year was such a pain in the butt, man. I had a calculator out there and I'm trying to go, all right, if I got 125 lights here and this one's here, but these are RGB and these are GRB, and it was a pain in the butt. So the next video, I know I got like 9 on deck right now, but when you're the guy shooting the video, making the content, editing the video, and then trying to post it, I'd like to do this full time, but I mean, I'm no Mr. Beast, but that would be dope. All right. So yeah, the WLED Megatree is going to be great. And out there, let me see, who was it? Hey, Ed. So out there, Ed, there's some haters on the WLED, and there's some people that don't mind it. There's some you do what's best for you. If you think this is the way to go, this is the way to go. This is what I thought, and I've been going for, I don't know, like a year and a half now, and it's been great. All right, Ed, I got to start concentrating, or I'm going to let the smoke out. Okay, here we go. So our first two positives, we're going to go ahead and join those right here. So let's get these up and going. Appreciate the comment, though, Ed. That was cool, and I'm glad that I can help you, or you can learn a little something from what's going on. Go ahead and get all these loosened up here. Maybe I can show you on my iPad how you get all that set up. All right, so I've got those loosened up. I'm getting ready to throw in these positives. This is where it's a little bit of a pain in the butt, because I like to not have a lot of cable hanging out, not doing anything. So I try to make it nice and tight, like a hole in a Ritz cracker here. All right, let's see if we can let's do that one. And let's get one of these going into that one too. All right, sandwich that down. So I'm on the positive rail here. See if we're good there. Oh yeah, we're good. Let's be another positive rail here. And for your last one on the positive rail, then we'll come back and hit our negatives. All right. do our negatives now, so we don't have to share on a negative. So let's go. This is my fan negative. It's going to be my positive for my power injection. The last one is the negative for the ammeter. All right, let's see if I have cut the cabbage here. I made it too short. Oh man, don't tell me I'm short. Oh, it'll always fit. Probably gotta get that side first though. All right, before we ram it home, make some offsets. Let's go down here. So I'm gonna offset the board here, what I built, to sit just above the controller. I mean, above the power supply. So I still get some nice air movement in there. Let me see if I got some kind of straight edge. Here we go. No straight edge in here. See if that's close enough. It shows me how high up we are. That looks good. I'll buy that. This one here and here. It'll come down a little bit. That can come up just a little bit. All right. All right, what's that look like? Let's go up just a little bit with that one there. All right. And just looking to see if it's level. That goes far. See, that's close enough. That looks great. Right? That looks good. So let's secure the top of it. Oh, no. I had to go down just a little bit more so I can catch some threads on that. All right, does that look good? Does that meet the approval of what we're doing here? I think so. All right. All right, moment of truth. Now this is the blue smoke we don't want to let out, so let's see if It works out, and she lives. It's great. There's my voltage right there, 5 volts. Running 0.1 amp right now, and the fan works. And the people online went wild because it all works. So cool. So far, so good. All right. Now we know that works. Putting out 5 volts. Now comes the moment we've all been waiting for, to watch me wire this thing up. Okay, so on the bottom row, I'm going to have all of my power injection. It's going to come up in here into the power injection. Now here's a thing that I'm really glad that I bought. Let's do something like this. I got these from Wired Watts. The little heat shrinks, man. These are great. If you want something that's nice and pretty and have everyone talking about you on the water cooler, man, these heat shrinks are really cool looking. I would go and get some with my little Twinkle tuned logo on it, but I don't build 1,000 of these, and to customize a bunch of heat shrink, I don't know if that would be worth it. It might be worth it. I don't know. All right, so here's our heat shrinks. Get those slid on. Make sure everything's going the same way. It's all about attention to detail here. All right, get out our heat gun. So Ed, I see that you said you're a noob and you're just getting into this. Why'd you get started? Like, what did you see, or what display did you see, or what made you all of a sudden wake up one morning and go, hey, I bet you I can start building some of this stuff and make it happen? And anyone else in the chat for that matter. What made you guys want to get into this stuff? I'll tell you what I did. I watched a guy make a video, and I thought, well, if that guy can do this, I can do it. And that's literally how I got started, was seeing how someone else thought they were making videos, and I was trying to research some stuff, and these guys they didn't make very good videos, and maybe mine aren't very good either. I don't know. But they make some videos that they're not very easy to follow, so I thought, well, maybe I could help out some people as I started going, and see if I can get those guys helped. All right, let's look at the Raywu wiring here. The brown is the positive, the yellow is the data, and the blue is the negative. I don't care about the data because I'm using these just for power. So I'm going to cut that data wire off so we don't even have to worry about the data wire. Cut the data wire off. And these are the male plugs that we are using. Okay, so that's what's going to inject our power in. Strip these back a little bit. And you guessed it, we're going to put ferrules on them. All right. And my ferrules are right here. Make the red one, they're a good size for this. Yep. All right, we're going to push these through before I terminate them because trying to put the ferrules through the PG7 glands sucks. We don't want to do that. All right, so there's our numero uno here. And we're going to land that one this little filler right there. Now remember, when you are putting this on, you got to be mindful of how these sit. So my positive is on that side, my negative is on that side. And the positive of these Raywus is brown, so that's going to live on this side. The positive negative of that side goes on there. Now you don't want to get that messed up because that will let the little blue smoke out. And that's bad news bears. Walter Matthau. All right. Let's get another one going. Oh, that's right. We're cooking along here, folks. We don't got time. Christmas is around the corner. We're just going to keep on keeping on. right, there's another one there. And double check how it's going to land. So brown's going to be on that side there. So I want brown here. And my ground on the other side here. All right, got that cooking there. Let's do another one. I would tell you guys a story while I'm doing this, but I don't know what you guys would find interesting. Talk more about lights. I like talking about lights. I really liked my Halloween show this year. Did some pretty cool stuff. I like my singing pumpkins. I find a pain in the butt to program because you're always trying to be something cool and program the wow factor and stuff. But man, the programming, I'm just not a fan of programming. I think my stuff looks pretty cool, but man, it sure is a lot of work. But then here I am building all this stuff so I can program something cool. And if I didn't program, this would all be useless. All right, double check. Here we go again. Yeah, this is the time-consuming part of the build. This is where your attention to detail needs to be really focused, because this is where you either have success in setting all your stuff up, or you're letting all the blue smoke out and you're out there like Clark W. Griswold just swearing and cussing out all your stuff because it's not working. Gosh, what a scene that was. So funny. I haven't had a whole crash out moment like that, man, but there's been times where I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't work, and I'm out there just yelling and hooping and hollering, and my neighbor comes over and asks me if I'm doing okay, and I just said, hey, I'm just feeling the Christmas spirit. And maybe I was, I don't know. My kids think I'm cool, and their friends think I'm cool because they come over to the cool house that lights up and stuff, which I think is kind of cool. Right. Get in there, you piece of worm poop. All right, going up here. Moan back in it. All right. Yep, this is my first year with a Megatree. and I'm making it out of seed pixels. One, because of the cost, man, to make some of this stuff, ridiculous. This is like a rich man sport. I ain't got that kind of rich man money, but I do got seed pixel money. I ain't got the other type of money. So I'm doing seed pixels. I'm doing it all in 2.5 spacing. And it's going to be pretty dense, but it's all 5 volt. And I did 5 volt for 2 reasons. One, because everyone says you can't do it, so I'm going to do it. And 2, I just think 5 volt looks better. I've driven around the neighborhood, and some people have 12 volt, some people have 5 volt. I just think the 5 volt looks prettier and more pure colors than anything. All right, so we're cooking here. This is great. Now on the end here, we want to make sure all of our cables are the same length before we ramrod this thing home. So let's get a consensus on our cable length here. So when it's hanging out of the box, it looks like we know what we're doing. And I'd say the first one's going to be our tall tale of how long our cables are going to be. So let's go in just a little bit more of this one. Just take this one in just a little bit more. Take that one in just a little bit more. All that stuff is all going to tuck down nice and pretty just like that. Okay. Go ahead and put our PG7 glands. Going to lock those down so these guys stay tight. And the power injection is done. Okay, next we're going to do our 8 channels going out. Well, that looks nice. It's good, it's good, it's good. All right, next we're going to do our 8 channels coming out. Here is our 8 tails. I'm all Raywu again, so these are my Raywu tails. I ordered from Raywu himself. Well, I wouldn't say himself, but I ordered them from his factory direct there. And shipped them over here. Takes about, I don't know, everything I've been ordering takes about 2 weeks to almost 3 weeks. And so if you got patience, you can do that too. So I've been using the Klein catapults. And so we're going to try something else. If you don't have a Klein catapult, let's use this. I'll show you guys how to, you can do it even with these. That's right. We're going to put ferrules on all of these. There's one. There's 2. We're almost done here. Almost done wrapping it up. Oh, there's only one person watching now. Ain't nobody want to watch this part. But if you're that one person, thanks. Hopefully they come back. I'm doing it in real time so you guys can see it happening in real time. Because some people go, oh, you say you're going to do this, and then 2 seconds later, it's already done. I didn't know it was going to take me 20 minutes. Oh, it's going to take you 20 minutes. It's going to take you 30 minutes. And maybe no one will ever see this. Who knows? And maybe they will. Maybe this is the one that puts me on the map. I don't know what map that is. Like the holiday lighting map. Oh, I got 2 watching now. All right, let's go. We just doubled our viewership with people watching. Let me strip this cable. Wait, best is yet to come. Ladies and gentlemen, we're done stripping the cables. It is time to now put on our ports, our labels. Once again, I got these from Wired Watts. I'm in no way sponsored by those guys, but if they'd like to sponsor me, I'll take it. But here we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can order these from those guys. Order any color in the rainbow, and they have ones that are 5 volts. They have ones that are 12 volts. They have 1 through 8. They have 1 through 4s. They have 1 through 36. They have 1 through 24. If you got anything that you want, all you got to do is ask them. But I like these. These are my favorite. Now we're going to slide them all on at the same time so our consistency is there. So again, it's all about consistency. So we got 4 watching now. We just doubled our viewership again. Here we go. 4 watching. Me put on my shrink wrap or heat shrink because we're getting ready to wire the rest of the board up here. What would be funny is if my microphone never worked. I didn't even test that. I just started going. Is it working? Put something in the chat if you can hear me. Just a smiley face or whatever you want. Just to see if it actually, you can hear me. All right. So that's good there. Let us, and tomatoes, put some of our tools away. I need that one. All right. Now we're going here. Pull away our connectors. And we're going to start with number 8. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, let's heat shrink these all on. Stand by for heat shrink gun noise. Yeah, this is a high quality Hercules heating. I don't know if you could say the G word. I don't know the way it played the way YouTube does right now, but this is a heating element handheld utensil that I got from Ye Olde Harbor Freight. Man, that place loves me. Because I go in there and I buy all their boxes. Oh, Ed's got a thumbs up. Thanks, Ed. Appreciate you. Because I go down and I buy all their Apache boxes from them. And that's what I build these in, the 1800 boxes. And I thought about doing a double one with a 2400 box. It's too much box. Too much on there. Some people have reached out to me and said, hey, how can you build one of these for me? Can I pay you for it? And I tell them what I tell everyone else, no. And there's a couple reasons why. One, I don't want the liability in case something goes wrong. But two, you should build your own stuff. That way you guys can fix it when it breaks, or you guys can fix it when it doesn't work. I think this is a really cool hobby where you learn a lot of trades and a lot of tricks. You learn a little bit about electrical. You learn about soldering. You learn about troubleshooting. You learn about swearing in front of your neighbors out in the yard when it doesn't work. You learn patience. You learn financial stability or lack of. It's all kinds of stuff you can learn. So, no, I'm not going to build it for you, but I'll tell you what. I'll tell you how to build it all the way from beginning to end, just like we're doing in this little live stream here. By the way, this is my first live stream. Hope it goes well. Hope you guys are enjoying it. If you are, great. And if you're not, just close your computer. No, I love when you guys ask questions and we can chat about this stuff. And those look nice. Oh, a little bit more on that one. He needs to bake a little bit more. So I've got 8 controllers right now, and they're all named after the tiny little reindeer. Well, I've got more than 8. I got 8 big ones like this that I've built. And since there's only 8 reindeer, everyone forgets about the 9th reindeer. It's Mr. Rudolph. So that's going to be the name of this controller. It's going to be Rudolph, and he controls the tree. I'll make a video taking you guys a tour through my behind the scenes of my light show. My setup out here. All right, so here we go. Let's go. We're going to start with number 8. Number 8, make sure you always slide your gland on before you come into town. So I'm going to go to the bottom right of here. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's how my wiring is going to be. All right, so let's go number 8. Let's go. We got 4 watching. It's going to be riveting. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be riveting. That's right. And then we're going to do some ferrules on these. Gonna need to do the red ones. Well, I'm gonna do the red one. Oh, it's got a little bit of, got a little poopy on there on the end of it there. That's all right. We can deal with poopy. Looks like it's got some AliExpress goop on it. Bleep bloop. Let's strip those back just a little bit more so I can bite onto this a little bit. 2. Yeah, when you get these, they're already kind of tinned because you're going to solder, but I ain't going to solder. I'm crimping. Practice. We got time for practice. Talking about the game. Practice. All right, there's 1. There's 2. Yes, could we put these right into the connectors? Absolutely we could. Would it be fine? Yeah, it would be fine. Do ferrules make it look awesome and professional? Yes, it does. That's why we're doing it. All right, now here we are again. The brown is hot. The yellow is my data or data, and my blue is my negative. Let's look on here and make sure these are going the correct way. My negative is going to be the far one, data in the middle, and positive is going to be the near one. Okay, so let's open this bad boy up, make sure it's ready to. So we're looking at positive. Go just like this. There we go. So positive, positive, data, negative. One. Here we go. Number 7. We got 5 people watching. Ed, you've been there since the beginning, man. This is going to be great. Ed, I think, was the first guy that tuned in to my first live stream here. All right, so all right, there we go there. Looking good. Little boogers off of there just a little bit. Time to go down to Crimp Town after I strip it back just a little bit more. 1, 2, 3. All right, now it's time for Crimp Town. I wish I was number 4 initially, but I'm hanging in there because I learned how to do it. It's great, man. Hey, number 4 is all right. I'm glad you're sticking around. Hey, and if I'm going too fast or I skip over a part or you're going, hey, I will stop and I will show you in detail how to do this or how to do a part. Or if you just want to learn another thing, I can try and help you out there. But again, I appreciate you watching, appreciate the views, appreciate the subscription. All right, same thing here. Let's just double check. Go brown, yellow, blue. Brown, yellow, blue. Like that. All right, it is time for another one. Now we're moving. We're cooking with gas now. All right, let me see here. 5. We're looking for 6. There's number 6. Make sure you put this on first or you will be upset. when you forget to put that on, all right, grab one of these. All right. Let's give me a little bit more to work with here, just a bit. All right, get another one going here. Let's go brown, yellow, blue. Guess what time it is? Time for another one. It's be number 5. For those keeping track, we are halfway there. Port 2, port 5. Here it is. Okay, that's good. Click this. All right, it's good there. All right. So we want to be brown, yellow, blue. Going this way. Oh no! Almost forgot to put on the ferrules. Almost forgot to put on the ferrules. Still got 3 watching. Let's go. I think my highest was 5. I don't want to just sit here and just keep blabbing. I mean, I guess I could. But ain't no one want to hear that. All right, so a brown, yellow, blue. All goes in like that. And guess what time it is? Time to cook another one. Man, we're doing great here. Like this is. So let me see. That one was number 5. 1, 2, 3. So this is gonna be number 4. Throw this up on here. And throw this in here. And time to put some ferrules on. 1, 2, 3. And I'm almost out of those. Green giant. All right. Open this one up. We're looking brown, yellow, blue. All right, that one's done. It's go time. Let's go. 3 more. We're almost there. Stick with me, guys. Gals, if you're on there, got 3 more. Got 3 watching, that's all right. And then, double check. Make sure it's all bleep, bloop, bleep, bloop. All right, get some ferrules. 1, 2, 3. All right. All right. Let's go here. And we got brown, yellow, blue. Brown, yellow, blue. Bleep, bloop, bleep, boop. All right, here we go. 2 more. 2 more, then we make it all look pretty. What is this? Number 2. Do this one. Oh, we got 2 watching. Man, I lost one. That's all right. That's all right. At one point, we doubled the viewership. We went to 4. Get rid of that. I know it's hard to keep retention when you're watching someone just sit here and terminate a wire. But hey, this is what we do. This is what it is. one. There's two. Oh, there's a couple things I haven't wired. I haven't wired that top thing yet. We're going to do that now. We'll wire that one when we wire everything else. 3. All right. There's 3 there. I still got to do the little voltmeter that's outside the box. That looks really cool. And we got to do the Cat 5. Brown, yellow, blue. And we go. All right, last one. One thing I wish when I ordered these cables is that Home Depot and cable manufacturers, they put their cables in a jacket called SJOO or SJOOW. That makes the jacket really, really pliable and easy to work with. This stuff is like a daggum PVC pipe. Man, it's so stiff, and if it's cold out, good luck getting that crap to bend. I do not like it. I'm not a fan of it, but I don't know if that's standard. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know anything about that. But I do know that when I make my own extension cords, the SJOOW, man, that stuff rolls like butter. Over there, they wrap it in this real stiff PVC. Even their extensions, I got a bunch of Raywu extensions I ordered, and they came over, and man, it's like trying to wrap a pipe. It's terrible. They're not very pliable at all, and then especially when it gets cold, they don't wrap at all. So last year when I wrapped everything, I couldn't get it to roll nicely, so I have this ice fishing tent because I'm up here in Utah and it's colder and cold, and ice fishing is the thing. I take all my cables, I throw them in the ice fishing tent, put the heater in there, makes them all pliable. I wrap them all up. All right. Okay, here we go. We got all 8 ports in. It's time to make them look nice and pretty. Here's port number 8. 8's going to come out of here. There's 8. Here is 7. Now in another video, I labeled this end. I didn't do that this time. You can if you want. But I did not. Okay, there's 7. This one's going to be 6. This one is going to be 5. This one's going to be 4. This one's going to be 3. one's going to be 2. And this one is going to be 1. All right, there's all my tails hanging out. I'm going to tighten down my PG glands now so that the strain relief is on the gland and not the cable. I mean the connector. All right. Those all look good. That's nice and tighten that one up a little bit. Make sure none of them are moving. Okay, that's great. That looks really, really good. Okay, this thing, we gotta get power to that thing. So here's what we're gonna do. We are going to, let's make a cool wire. Make some cool cable here. Let's see if I got some stuff laying around. I don't, but I do. So let's see if that cable will work over here. Yeah, let's cut some of this stuff up. What is this? Oh, how long do I need? Something like that. If you guys stuck around this long, mine's about to be blown on how we're going to make this cable right now. Well, this isn't cutting the way I wanted it to. That's terrible. That's all right. I have an idea. Is it a good idea? I don't know. It's an idea. All right. I'm going to pull this cable out here. All right. So let's do Christmas colors. We'll do red and green. We love Christmas. We want to be able to power our little voltmeter up here. Okay, so we're going to take the end here. We're going to put it in the drill. Tighten it in the drill. Oh, we just candy caned it. Oh my gosh, does that look awesome. Like we were pros. That's right, if you stuck around that long in the video, you just found out how to do that. And guess what we're going to do? That's right, put ferrules on the end of it. We're going to do ferrules on one end and clamps on the other. So ferrules are going to go on this end here. Let's make them nice and flush. Let's trim these two back here. 1, 2. I think the gray ones will fit. Boo. Red ones will fit. Hooray. Let's do a red one. Let's do another red one. And we're going to tie our little voltmeter right into one of these here. On the other end, we need to put some clamps in there, but I don't think I have any. I got these though. These will work. Do a couple of those. Let's get out our official crimpers. Put some tools away that we don't need. Keep that out. Close that up. If you haven't spilt an entire box of Ferrules before, you haven't lived. Because man, if you want something that's going to cause you to speak in tongues in front of your grandma, try spilling a bunch of Ferrules and picking those up and sorting them all out. Terrible. Terrible, I say. All right. Come in here. I'm going to crimp this. Now, these crimpers are designed, okay, where there is a split in these. So if you look at them this way, if you look all the way down in there, it's hard to get on camera, but I promise you there's a split. You want to crush that split onto the cable, and that's how that works. You're not just crimping it on. We're going to crimp that split. So if you see how that is going to press that split onto the cable, coming to yeehaw. There you go. Same thing on this one. That split to be right on that cable. Coming to yeehaw. Okay. For all intents and purposes, we go with red on our positive. Let me show you what I'm working with. Here's our little voltmeter that's sticking out here. Red on positive. As I just shove and break this on there. Green on negative. All right. And terminate it on one of these down here. Whoop. Got a new watcher. Good. Welcome. Thanks for coming. We're almost done with the build, but going through the cool stuff right now. Okay. And let's double check how we are sitting right here. Again, our positive and our negative is going to be that way. So let's do our positive or negative on this one. So then we know that when you're sitting in your house drinking your nice glass of hot chocolate, and you look out there and you can see the voltage, you know that it is impossible for it not to be getting voltage. We're going to double check everything one more time. Going to look down here and make sure we've got browns all on the right, blues on the left. Okay. Last but not least, it's time to put on our handy dandy fan shroud. So let's get that. That's what I was originally going to name my channel, was what you see there. I was going to call it Hung Wing Lighting. But I don't know if that would have taken off. But the FedEx guy really laughed at it. He loved delivering stuff to Hung Wing Lighting. But I went with Twinkle Tunes and Lighting. All right, there's that. There's that. Put our tools away as we're working. That one there. Let's see if we got any M3s. Let's do a couple M3s. Here we go. The M3 go down in there? Oh, I gotta get the drill back out. Son of a drill. Let's do a couple M3s. Those will look great. What did I use on that? 1/8 inch? Oh crap, I can't remember. Let's see. Oh, it's probably that one. And this is just a fan shroud that I 3D printed. Is what we're using there. Oh man, kids, we're almost done. Throw that one in there. Did I grab? You're telling me how to grab any fasteners? I had to grab some fasteners. Maybe I didn't. I probably didn't. Okay, got that one in. Get this top one in. Get those tightened up. Great. Well, guys, I think that might wrap it up for this live session of a build here. Let's go over what we did today. Got your power supply in. Oh, what junction box is that? Thanks, Andres. All right, Andres, this is the Apache. Let me see if I still got a sticker on one of them. The Apache 2800 is what we're using. You get them from Harbor Freight. They're great. This is what I always use. And let's go ahead and plug it in and see if all the blinky lights are still going. There we go. We're up and running. There's our ammeter. We got our fan going. We got our intake going. Look at that. Got our voltage. Peel the plastic off. Beautiful. Last but not least, got to stick a Cat 5 in there so that we got some data going back and forth. What I do? Oh, here's my Cat 5s. They're all the way down on the ground. Let's go here. Cat 5 here. Do a couple loops. Then inside, Cat 5 right there. And it is ready to go. Man, we are ready for business. Next thing we're going to look at, putting it on the Megatree when we get outside. Look at that. You can feel the air coming in. It's drawing in. Beautiful. Excellent, guys. Well, thanks so much for watching. I hope this was informative and helpful. And I'll go through the whole setup process in another video. But have a great day. Thank you.